My journey, I remember that it was really fascinating that I truly felt like, okay, if I'm not unconditionally loving people, something is wrong with me because that's what some sort of, I don't want to say guru, but like some sort of like, I don't know where I caught this belief from someone. But there was this thing that you have to love someone unconditionally. And I was like, okay. As a slave that I was. That was fascinating. It's impossible, but the devotion for it that made me strong, that made me break my own ego, that made me, suffer all the thoughts and feelings that I avoided for so many years. I had to suffer through it, to live through it, to understand it, to integrate it, to pass through it. I felt like I had to, burn through it. Some people detach, but I feel like detachment, oh yes, that's back to relationship. So detachment is like a cutesy thing that is out there in this matrix of, society swoopity swoop, getting swooped away by someone's belief. And don't get swooped up by my belief. I'm just chatting. Oh, that's just my own realization and conversation. You can only figure out for yourself by investigating your own life because I don't know, maybe you have a totally different, you know, trajectory on your life's journey. My trajectory shows me that after the awakening, I fell into the trap of believing other people how it should be. And I was looking for solutions that some human can tell me. Even religion is still, written by a human. Don't worry, even if it's channeled, it's still written by a human that lives in that particular society, in that particular era of timeline. So just be aware, it's always filtered through a human. So that's why only your own true experience with God, with universe, with the present moment is actually the truth. And the truth is never stable because the truth is always molding. It's constant evolution for everybody. Yes, the ultimate truth is love, but you know, how do you use love on a grounded human level? By just experiencing the present moment as aware you can be, as devotional, loving as you can be. And do I still believe in kindness? Sometimes kindness can be a little bit beep. Yes, of course, loving kindness is something, which you do from your heart. But kindness from the mind can be slightly people pleasing. So that's just something that I had to become very aware of. And like sometimes wanting from the mind to be kind will spare the pain to the other, but maybe this pain that was necessary for the other person to learn a lesson and you spared them of the pain because you wanted to be kind. So there is, if it's kindness from the present moment that is arising naturally, I believe that's the truth. If it's a kindness that is manufactured by the mind but not felt in your heart, then I believe it's to people please or to think that someone else should be spared of their pain and let's just, white lie and let's make it cute and nice. But at the same time, I think that can spare them of the lesson, spare them of a lesson that they need to learn, not because you have to be harsh, but neutral is, I think, much more optimum in that regard because if it's just neutral, the person can awaken to their own truth of lesson. Because mostly awakening journey is all about lesson, and only the lesson will teach you how to change the pattern. Because people are so stubborn, and I'm talking also about myself, that sometimes if there is no lesson, the pattern is so hard to give up. Most people would do drugs and drink heavily if they wouldn't have consequences. Let's just be honest about it. If there wouldn't be like that you have to show up for yourself, that it has health impacts, that it has, all the repercussions, that it has really negative impacts on your health, on your mental health, on everybody around you. All this nonsense of, abusing any sort of substance, or even like any bad habit that, over anything over extreme in that sense. Besides love, love is the only thing that, and also universal love. I mean, not even a love to the person, because we can't have love to another person. Oh, that's another subject that we can talk about. But, and don't argue with me. I know that I tested it. So there's no loving others. There is infatuation towards others, liking others. Loving, you can only love yourself and your life. Everything else would be conditional, pretentious love. Because there would be, you treat me well, I love you. You treat me badly, I don't. That would be conditional love, which is fine. So that's why there's no love towards others. There's either attachment or commitment. Commitment is a healthy choice of choosing someone, or attachment is being addicted to someone because there is still some lack inside of yourself. And I'm talking about my own experience. Thank you very much.